What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today I have for you guys the limited drop, shock drop, whatever you want to call it, Jason Belmonte ball that just came out. I'm discovering my identity today. How corny is that? How many times do you think that some variation of that saying has been used on social media? I don't know, but I'm adding that on. Tack it on as another one. But here we go. Identity. Now, this is a ball, when I saw the tech specs, it really kind of intrigued me. And the reason why is, one, if you're a long time viewer of the channel, you know REX, which is the cover stock that is on this ball. REX Pearl is kind of a favorite of myself and Chris's. It marries that combination of it's clean through the front, but it's not super jumpy on the back end. Somebody who's a little bit more heavy-handed like myself and Christopher really gives us a nice control feel when the lanes are breaking down. So REX Pearl on this bad boy, brand new weight block on the inside, the ID AI core, I think. Very intriguing numbers. Again, something that interested me. Kind of a mid RG that we don't have in the product line too much, 251, super high diff, 055, and a small intermediate 11. If you've seen the Storm video, link maybe in the down description below, may not be. Jason was talking about how he wanted to create that quote unquote patented Storm shape, that Storm identity, and we're gonna see if it gives it to us. So that smaller intermediate's gonna help the ball slow down, but it's not gonna make it go super forward like our bigger ASIM pearls, say Harsh Reality Pearl, things like that. Those are designed to help the ball slow down and go forward. This one is designed to help it slow down, but not go as forward. It's kind of just filling a gap there in our product line that we kind of have, honestly. So slightly higher RG, a little less intermediate, but it's not symmetric, obviously. We're just gonna see how we get on. I'm gonna bowl a whole game, one whole game just for you guys, see if we can shoot 300 just like Jason did in the video. Probably not going to, because full transparency, I bowled all 9 games of the state tournament yesterday. We left our house at 5:15 in the morning, drove 2 hours to Akron, bowled all 9 games, didn't get home till 9, so 4 hours of driving, 9 games of bowling for a guy that doesn't bowl at all. The body doesn't feel great, arm kind of hurts, hand hurts. I'm remembering why I don't like bowling a lot, so not coming back to the tour anytime soon, but we're gonna turn this lane back on and we're gonna get this game started. Alrighty, I truck on for you guys. I am a little worse for wear currently, but we're gonna see. Shots are gonna be a little more gingerly than you're used to seeing, a little slower. Gonna use a little more rotation, see if I can get the ball hook. Also, it's kind of what the lane is making me do. I got a little bit of a flat hang spot to the right, so here we go. Albeit, like I said, I am using a lot of rotation, but that came back from way downtown. Also, fun fact, guys, I bowled my 9 games at the state tournament. Darren was there as a witness. I left 7 9-pins, 8 if you include the one I tripped the 4 out of it. So I don't really count those, but 7 pocket 9-pins. So they travel with me. It's not just HP. It's me. It really is me. Well, that's a fantastic start. As far as the layout, I went 5 1/4 by 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. So something in my gut and deep down in my soul told me to lay it out just like my origin. Something about it just felt right. So that's where we're at with that. It's a layout that I feel like I can be aggressive with and try to hook it, and it's gonna be a bit of a bendy type of layout for ASIM balls. Symmetric balls I won't do this on. Oh, the amount of touch I have right now is a grand total of 0. Bowling 9 games just reminded me how out of touch I am. I was telling Darren, it's just really weird because I'm kind of used to not making really dumb mistakes because I've never really been not sharp in my life. This is the first time ever since retiring, and I don't bowl for a very long time. And I made some stupid errors. It's kind of frustrating. It makes me want to practice, but then waking up and feeling my wrist and my hand and all that makes me not want to, so. So that one was probably the best thrown one so far. It did get going a little forward. Like I said, it got to that spot that I told you in the beginning of the game that it's kind of got a spot that makes the little ball want to go forward. This is patented lane 13 though, so a lot of friction. Not throwing it the fastest because I'm a little tired. I'm a lot tired actually. I could probably use another day's worth of sleep. So that's why the ball's not going down the lane at a extremely high rate of velocity. But we're gonna keep going. I gotta get on the lane better so I can control how it hooks. That's better. When I get it on the lane like that, like landing the airplane, as some people might say, so I've been told, you could see how well that ball was kind of going to the left there. I would anticipate a 9-pin at some point with this ball, but when Jason was kind of talking about creating that storm identity and that storm shape, which is, like he was describing, really long and a very defined hook on the back end, I feel like that sometimes gets misconstrued as a ball that's really quick. I feel like, especially with Jason's balls, they kind of match what he likes to see. And it's more of like a swooping hook. So it's long, but it's not super sharp to where the angle's uncontrollable. That's a shape that's gonna be a little more catered towards people with lower rev rates that need that response time. Someone that has a higher rev rate, they're gonna be more comfortable with a swooping hook, which is what this REX cover stock is really good for. But there is like a certain type of players that tend to like the Belmo balls. It's people that prefer that smoother swooping hook. A lot of the, I feel like, mid to lower rev rate guys, because they aren't super quick, sometimes don't have the best success with his balls. But this one with a little more asim, I think it's gonna be more people friendly. Although it is a limited release, by this time, if you haven't got one, you probably don't have one. But we've got the front 4. That had the 9-pin potential. That had the 9-pin potential. So where this kind of fits in the bag, it almost, in a way, kind of slots in that Vibo kind of ball as far as the part of the bag. It's not the same ball. The Vibo, I feel like, with the lower RG, more intermediate, picked up a lot earlier, went a bit more forward, and honestly was a little bit quicker. This one, like I said, it's gonna be the gap filler. And also, I do love that they brought this cover back because our strong symmetric pearls, they all have very strong cover stocks on it. If you haven't seen that video, it's in the channel somewhere. Optimal Pearl, Zen 25, Phase AI, very strong in the front part of the lane, which makes it tough when you're trying to move left during the transition, especially on some higher friction lane surfaces. It wouldn't be a TV bone supply video if I didn't mention that. So this one, even though it has a little bit of asim, a little higher RG, a little weaker cover stock, it's gonna bridge the gap between our big balls and even those pearl symmetrics I was talking about, and then all the way down to like Road Warrior. It's a big gap between, say, Zen 25, Phase AI, and Road Warrior. We don't really have that gap in there until now, unless you didn't get the limited drop, then too bad. Oh boy. Ow. Well, the dream was alive for 5 frames. That was just operator error, not being sharp. Hand doesn't feel great. Can't really get through it as fast as I like to, so my miss is gonna be right. That's all right. I'm surprised I got the first 5, honestly. I wish I could describe to you guys the amount of pain that's in my body right now, just from not bowling to bowling 9 games in one day. Wasn't particularly fluffing it at the bottom either. Started the day cranking on a urethane ball and actually bowled really well with it. And told you guys my miss was gonna be right. I don't know how many of you guys know the pain, but let's see if it focuses here. Right there, if you guys have one of those and you bowl a long day of bowling and you wake up the next day, there are only a specific amount of people that know the pain. And that is just from being extremely up the back of the ball. And that's where a lot of my pressure is. Like, I'm pushing a lot on that spot, as well as my index finger. You guys can't really see it, but I do have a callus, like right there on my index finger. Those 2 spots, every time, no matter what, they will hurt after I bowl in an extended period of time. So pretty much every time on tour for the whole season, those two spots, they never like condition themselves. They always just hurt, but they callous, but they hurt. So at the bottom, I'll tend to lose a little bit of aggression like today because they just hurt. So that is one big thing I really don't miss about bowling for 4 straight months out on the tour. I like not hurting. It's not even like a fit thing, because nothing in my fit, like on the 3 other fingers, nothing hurts. Feels great. But it's those 2 things that have always hurt for like all my life. That's gonna hook a lot. I should have done the real YouTuber thing and just cut that frame out and then re-bowled it, but I feel like you guys come to TV Bowl and Supply for transparency. Transparency is what I do. I will show you guys how bad I am at all times, but I don't know if you guys can see the flare at all, but where are we at? So 5 1/4, 5 1/4, 3 1/4, a little tighter flaring, but like I said, it's not a super big ASIM. Still 55 diff, which I think a lot of people are gonna like. I think people that got this ball are enjoying it so far. It's very like house bowler friendly. This rack is terrible. There's something in my eye. The odds are stacked against me. Oh, a little inside out. Whoa. It's meeting expectations. And this is a type of ball that would make it in the arsenal for me. Kind of, like I'm in a bowl tournament this Friday. It's gonna go with me. Kind of gets me in that like attention star realm part of the bag. Like I said, obviously it's a pearl ASIM, so it's gonna be that kind of ball. It seems to, I think for the most part, front to back, it's gonna be stronger than attention star. More diff, slightly stronger cover, but it does have a little bit higher RG. So I think it's gonna be a little more hookable, which is crazy because the attention star is incredibly hookable. That's why it's so great. But I'd be interested to test those 2 against each other, and it'll probably be done for my Open Championships arsenal when I get to that part of the bag. So stay tuned for that. That's gonna be probably 2 videos away as far as like the series. But let's finish this game out with some pizzazz. We're in the 9th. I swear that was the 9 pin off my hand. There's always some skepticism about the Jason Belmonte balls. A lot of people that just don't like 2-handers won't touch them, which is ridiculous because the balls kind of are what they are. They've always been those kind of gap filling bridge kind of balls. He's always had slightly higher RGs, and they've all had that swooping motion, which I don't feel like we get a lot in our product line. Like if you think all the way back from Timeless, super high RG, but also had very high diff, very clean cover. It wasn't a super quick ball, it was very clean, but it was a little more of a swooping motion. Same weight block in the drive, which was the next ball. What was after that? Promotion, smoother ball, a little more of a swooping hook if you can get it to hook. It was a very smooth ball. But all those weight blocks, they always had more than like 2.5 RG. Which if you don't know how RG works as it pertains to bowling balls, the lower it is, the earlier the ball is gonna wanna hook. The higher it is, the further the ball is gonna wanna get down the lane. So when you walk into the pro shop, look at the shelf talkers. That is some information that is pertinent for selecting your arsenal. But here we go, the 10th frame, and then I can stop throwing bowling balls because my hand, body, mind, and soul hurts. Oh, Lord Jesus Christ. So I'm fairly confident that if I did have a clean plate as far as my body, probably would have bowled 300. It took 2 very bad shots for me not to. I just hope I don't miss this. That would suck. But you see, every time I actually threw a half-decent shot, that's the direction the ball went. And that's kind of what Belmo looks for. Now I think he's got a ball that he feels like he can throw a bit earlier because it's got ASIM in it now. So I expect for the coming tournaments, if you're watching on Bowl TV or whatnot, or if he makes TV, this ball's probably gonna come out. I don't have really anything else to say about this ball. The limited drop Jason Belmonte Identity came out on April 2nd. Information leaked a touch early on April 1st. So April Fool's on him. That is the limited drop Identity from Storm and Jason Belmonte. There you guys have it. The next addition into the signature Jason Belmonte line. If you can get one, I think absolutely get one. And if you wait too long, you're gonna end up paying way too much for one because people are probably gonna resell these for a bunch. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys like the jerseys, as always, efx.co. Link is down in the description below. Use code MITA for 10% off at checkout, or CHVI if you like Chris more than you like me. That would be rude though. It helps you, helps me. And I'm signing off this video by throwing a 9-pin. Dang it.